You can blame Kelly, Nussmeier, offense, defense. You just got outclassed. If you're an LSU fan, you can't even be upset. I talk about this time after time after time. Brian Kelly, it's not looking good, my brother. Not looking good for A&M. It is looking good. 8-0. I'm throwing this in the beginning of the video. We set up a P.O. box. It is in the description down below. If you want to send anything to the channel, we're doing a P.O. box opening probably like every Friday or Saturday on the channel where I'll give you my live reaction. All right, yeah. Woo! I'm ready to go now, boys. As you can see, Beanie Matt is in the building. It's getting a little nippy out here in northern Alabama. I think tonight, I don't know, maybe I'm tough through, but maybe either tonight or tomorrow is going to be the first night I turn the heat on. It's supposed to get into the 40s. That's how I like it. For those of you who don't know, I love the cold. I love the cold weather. But yeah, it's cold up here in the man cave. Getting late at night. Whew, man. I'm not going to hold y'all. This was probably the worst week in college football. Now, don't get it twisted, Timothy and Bobby. Don't get it twisted, because I know what you're sitting there saying. Matt, bad week in college football? No such thing. I agree with you, but seriously, no close games. All the night games, there wasn't one close one. Outside of, I saw somebody tweet at me saying, I think Houston and Boston College, or, excuse me, I was wanting to burp. One of those games was close or whatnot, but yeah, we're here to talk about LSU, Texas A&M, the big game, the only game that anybody cares about. I see you, Brad and Chad from A&M. I see you. Y'all been telling me all week. Y'all been telling me the past couple weeks. Y'all been telling me the entire season. This is for the A&M fans. I know we're gonna have a bunch of y'all watching this video. Much love and respect to the A&M fan base. Y'all been great to me, and I've been very critical of y'all. I actually made a video this week saying that A&M is not who you think they are. Probably going to have to make an apology video on Monday or Tuesday. Be on the lookout for that. But for now, at least we're going to talk about this game. Yeah, A&M, they look good. Really, really good. Dang, Colorado's getting their eyes beat in. You know, sometimes in life, you don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't. This is one of those situations. A&M, they make MattBeGreat's look like a fool. I did pick them to win this game, but I didn't think it was going to be like that. They beat him by a 30-burger. A 30-burger. It would have been worse if Marcel Reed didn't have those early turnovers in the first half. As to how LSU was winning this game at halftime, blows my mind. Well, really doesn't, because we know it was just the turnovers and whatnot. They take care of the ball. They win this game by 70. It could have been 70-10. 70-7. Nussmeier, just not very good, man. Not very good. You can blame the O-line, but here would be my rebuttal. Heck, they put in Van Buren to back up from Mississippi State, and I know some people are going to say, I already see the Timothys and Bobbies. Matt, it was in garbage time. Listen up, buddy. I don't care. I don't care at all. All I know is they put in Van Buren. He even got sacked, and on his first drive, he led them down to a touchdown. It wasn't like it was some big, crazy chunk play. No. Methodically moved the ball down the field, and there was one 15-yard unnecessary roughness. But on that drive, he was 3 for 4 at 50 yards. I hate to say it's time to Cano Nussmeier, but at this point in time, what do you have to lose? Nothing. The season's over. Why not put in Van Buren? Your next game's against Alabama. I'm not going to talk about that. You got to go to Bryant-Denny Stadium. All I'm saying is, if you start struggling against Alabama early on, why not put in Van Buren? Why not? With this LSU offensive line, I think you need a scrambler. Van Buren provided that, got out of the pocket, made a couple of decent throws. Even the touchdown, that was a nice throw. But that's garbage time. We're going to talk about A&M, the winners, who we need to be talking about. Marcel Reed Sure, he had a couple turnovers early on, but he bounced back. He plays just like Lamar Jackson. He is the Lamar Jackson of college football. And I've been very critical of him, and nothing changed in this game. I said I don't take this team as a, a national title contender serious on that level until he can learn to throw a deep ball. He didn't have to throw a deep ball tonight. He could just run, ground and pound. That's what they couldn't stop him. They didn't have an answer. Where things are going to get really chippy with A&M is when you play a team that shuts down Marcel Reed's legs. And they make him beat them through the air. It's going to happen. When? Don't know. You're going to have to play like I don't know, really, because Georgia's not terrific on defense. Alabama's not. I don't know. It's going to come to a point in time. He's got to make some big-time throws. Will he make them? I don't believe in him. I don't. He can't throw the ball. Matt! Dude, you've been making videos for 3,000 years. He can't throw the ball farther than 15 years. There you go, Matt. Was that so hard to say? No, it wasn't. My throat's getting dry. Sorry. I'm losing my voice. There we go. I'm fueled up, ready to go now. I'll pull up the box score and whatnot, and outside of A&M LSU, there's not many games to talk about. One of the not so exciting weeks. We didn't have a lot of reaction videos, but not a lot to talk about. I mean, I had some people say, man, you got to talk about the Texas-Mississippi State game. Look, no, Texas is not good. They keep getting these franky-dinky wins. Should have got beat last week. Should have got beat this week. This is more an indictment on Mississippi State than Texas. Mississippi State got shut down in the football program. I don't want to talk about it. Hey, great resiliency from Texas for coming back. I admire that. I respect it. Same thing with Alabama. But that's more like, Mississippi State. Classic Mississippi State. And same thing with Kentucky. That's what they're known for. I was wanting to burp again. I'll put it to you like this. Texas, they have a 0% shot of winning the national. They're just not good. Not good. Hey, man, I wouldn't be shocked if they're in the SEC championship. But they're not going to win the national championship. They're irrelevant. They're not that good. Irrelevant this year, at least. And outside of that, well, you had Vanderbilt, Missouri, but not too much. I mean, the low-scoring affair. They almost caught the Hail Mary at the end. We'll talk about those games in the recap. Let's get to the box score with A&M. LSU will make this a short recap. I mean, what more do you want me to say? When a team wins by 30 and dominates in all facets of the game, there's nothing to talk about. I guess I could talk about how Brian Kelly's yelling at the coaching staff because they gave up like 300 total punt return yards and kick return yards. But that was really on the kicker for kicking line drives. For those of you that don't know, you've probably heard the terminology out-kicking your coverage, which is a real thing. You don't want to do that. However, you also, and this is how you get NFL jobs, the one thing these NFL teams look for, and scouts and punters, for those of you who don't know, is hang time. You got to have great hang time. It's not just about kicking it far, good hang time. It has to be in the ball, not the ball, it has to be in the air a long time so your defenders can get down there. Matt, you big dummy, learn how to talk. Sorry. That's why in the NFL you don't see a lot of punt returns. Because the hang time's so good, they get down there and whatnot. You'll see occasionally. But in college football, you see way more punt returns and whatnot. The LSU kicker, long story short, not to be a nerd or anything. Sorry, I was checking the time. He was kicking line drives. So I forgot his name, the punt return for A&M. He's catching the ball and the team's not even near him, so he gets a full head of steam. Put on some nice moves, and LSU was missing tackle. It was just poor execution. Look, I'm all for fire Brian Kelly. Look, I'm in the same boat as you, brother. But you can't blame the punt returns on Brian Kelly. That's just one thing where I'm like, nah, that's just A&M executing a little bit better than you. It's not Brian Kelly's fault the punter's kicking line drives and your guys are missing tackles. That's your player's fault, okay? And from top to bottom, you can blame Kelly, Nussmeier, offense, defense. You just got out in class. If you're an LSU fan, you can't even be upset. I talk about this time after time after time on the channel. These are the ones that are easy to sleep on. Because there's not one ginormous play you point to and go, no, beating the whiteboard, you're beating your bed, or whatever, you're throwing something against the wall going, no, if this one play didn't happen, we would have won the game. We would have made the playoffs. Nope. Not in this one. You got outclassed. Period. The end. You know what it reminded me of last year when Alabama came to town? You had fans leaving in the third quarter. Oh, man. What has Brian Kelly turned this program into? See, that's where we can get into the, hey, this is Brian Kelly's fault. Terrible job getting his team ready to go. Practice-wise, just game plan-wise. Everything that a coach is supposed to do. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It starts with him. It really does. But let's put the box score for this game. I'm not going to go on a major rant and tangent about Brian Kelly. He needs to be fired. You know it. I know it. Heck, I wouldn't be shocked if the news comes out tomorrow morning that he's fired. However, I will say, it looked a little weird. With LSU having the bye week before the Bama game, if I had to give my best educated guess, as I'm pulling this up, the stats and whatnot, I would say LSU is going to give them to the Bama game. That's what everybody wants to see because Alabama's a gold standard. They want to see, all right, let's see what he can do against Bama. If he gets blown out against Bama, yeah, he's toast. He's done so's. But if he can upset Bama, that may be good enough to retain his job. That's not good news if you're an LSU fan. It'd be like the Billy Napier situation. Florida's big problem with Napier is he kept winning. It was like right when they were about to fire him, he kept upsetting a top 10 team. So they're like, well, maybe we should keep him around a little bit longer. But that was the worst thing that can happen. Best case scenario for LSU, you lose every game from this point on, and you can just hurry up and get rid of Brian Kelly. Because now, yeah, that's your third loss on the year. Season's over. It is over. A&M put up a 49 burger. We'll round up. That's a 50 burger. That is a 50 burger. And we'll just do these stats in live time. Marcel Reed was 12 for 21. Like I said, he didn't have to pass at all. 202 passing yards through the air. He had 2 touchdowns to those 2 early INTs. He made up for it, though. Didn't really matter too much. Nussmeier. Not so good, my brother. Not so good. 22 for 35. Buck 68. And 1 touchdown. 0 INTs. But here's the problem with Nussmeier. He got sacked 11 times. I'm going to double check this. I don't know if it's updated quite just yet. Maybe it is. It takes a while for these stats to get updated. Give me a second, fellas. Oh, wait, no, it said A&M only had I could have sworn they had 11 sacks. Where did I see that? I don't know. It says they only had 7 here. Maybe that was... I don't know what that was. Well, either way, he got sacked a bunch. Texas A&M had 224 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. I'm not even going to write these down. Average over 5 yards per carry. They just ran all over LSU. Marcel Reed, he had 108 rushing yards himself with 2 tutties. He couldn't be stopped. LSU, Nussmeier had negative 44 rushing yards. Yikes. So that really takes down their rushing numbers. So LSU technically had 27 carries for 60 yards, but remember sacks could have counted in that. So really they had around 100 rushing yards, but it doesn't matter. Your defense, you gave up a 50 burger. You could have scored every possession. You still would have lost this game more than likely. There's just so many. I hate to keep saying this and reiterate it, but it's the truth. You got dominated. I'm not even going to nitpick the offensive defense. You got dominated in every facet of the game. Special teams, offensively, defensively. The only bright spot was you put in the backup quarterback, and he got a late touchdown. So clap it up again to A&M. We'll get this out of the way. We're done with this. I don't need to write down anything else. It's not too complicated. I hate to make this a short ending because it is the final video of the night. But guys, I don't know what more you want me to say. Brian Kelly, it's not looking good, my brother. Not looking good for A&M. It is looking good. 8-0. 8-0. Control your own destiny. You can probably lose 2 more and get into this playoff. But you're looking at the SEC Championship. This is a really good team. I don't want to get too high on them, right? Because I know some people are going to be saying, Matt, you got to give them more credit. Nah, I'm going to chill out. And here's why I'm going to chill out. This LSU team is not very good. I said it heading into the week. I don't think they're a top 25 team. They're average at best. Look, it doesn't get any more impressive than winning at Baton Rouge, at LSU, at night. It's the hardest place to play in, if you got to ask me. But we saw Alabama, who wasn't that good last year, do the same thing to his LSU team. Beat them worse, actually. Beat them by 36. So due to that, I'm going to pump the brakes just a little bit with A&M. They're really good. They're right on that great category. I think A&M's really good. Alabama's really good. And then I would say Indiana's great and Ohio State. They're great. Or no. I would say Indiana's just really good. My apologies. And then Ohio State's great. That's it. It's a fine line. I got to get ready for the Sunday recap. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts down below. But, wait. I'm throwing this in the beginning of the video. We set up a P.O. box. It is in the description down below. If you want to send anything to the channel, we're doing a P.O. box opening probably like every Friday or Saturday on the channel where I'll give you my live reaction. All right, yeah. That's all I got to say. Oh, yeah, that was in the video. Bye.